The Hockey Goo.
Zach, what's up, brother? How you been, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. It's been a little while. I figured I'd see if you wanted to hang out tonight for a little bit. How you feel about your Habs, man? Oh, that's always a good time, buddy. Oh man, pulling the trigger. Gonna take, gonna take the leap, huh? How's it been going? Have you found anything? Good luck, man. I hope you guys find one that's beautiful and that you can both afford and that you can make a comfortable atmosphere out of. And that will be the telltale sign of if you ever have to pop the question or not. Living with somebody's crucial, man. Crucial. So good luck. Kudos to you. I'm glad you guys decided to move in together. It's always a big feat. It's always a good thing. It's a good time. You'll enjoy it. You seem like the type of person that wouldn't be doing something like this. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Even better. So you know the deal. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. About your Habs. Holy cow. They don't have a regulation loss this year. How insane is that? They look good, man. They look really good. A healthy Shea Weber makes a big difference. Joel Edmondson, Jeff Petrie. It is crazy, man. I'm really I'm really happy to see it. I mean, Habs fans are spoiled, but let's be serious. It's been a minute. Well, you got feisty kids, and it's still a young group, so they're not going to get away with the hacks. They're not going to get away with with the little things that somebody like Weber would get away with. Somebody like Gallagher gets away with. Although he probably gets a few too many roughing minors, I'm sure. But they do look good, man. What's up, everybody? I'm the Hockey Dude. We're talking hockey. We're talking the top 10, the top 5 most impactful trades of the decade tonight. It's going to be a fun chat. Dude, everybody's doing well. Everybody is doing well. They have team unity, phenomenal chemistry. I mean, the sky's the limit, man. With a healthy Carey Price and a healthy Shea Weber, the sky's the limit right now. They look really good. I'd love to see. Let's say my Flyers weren't able to make the Cup this year, which they're gonna. But let's just say they. I'd love to see a Vegas Montreal Cup Finals. Woohoo! Would that be fun? That would be a lot of fun. Two amazing tandems in net, two all-around solid teams. That would be a ton of fun to witness as a Stanley Cup final. But yeah, that's something to possibly look forward to. 'Cause, 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 That was a big trade. That gave the Sharks a solidified blue line. Did you see there was a trade today? We have a trade to announce. The Ottawa Senators have traded defenseman Christian Jaros to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for forward Jack Kopacka and a 7th round pick in 2022. Kopacka was acquired earlier Wednesday by the Sharks in a trade with the Anaheim Ducks in exchange for defenseman Trevor Carrick. Wow, surprised Carrick went on the move. Yeah, that was a big trade, dude. Another good trade. It's really paying dividends right now, obviously, is the Shea Weber PK Subban trade. I mean, heads up, how you doing? Montreal got themselves their captain. That's a phenomenal trade for Montreal right now. Don't you think? Excuse me. You know, you tip your cap to the Flyers for trading Kimmo Timonen to the Blackhawks, giving him an opportunity to win the Cup, which he eventually went on to win that year. It was nice to see Tays hand the Cup off to Timonen as the second man in line. That was good. You know, I felt real good for Kimmo. It was kind of like when they traded Ray Bourque to the Avalanche. And Gary Thorne with one of the best hockey calls ever. And after 22 years, Ray Bourque, as he's lifting the cup, that was, oh, I still get chills. I get chills thinking about that. That was a good time. But I got my top five. I'm waiting for my buddy Andy. Once he jumps in, well, you'll get to hear all the good stuff. But, you know, being a Habs fan, you have to really, really love the Weber Subban trade right now. You can't deny that it wasn't a phenomenal trade on the benefit of Montreal, especially what they're doing this year and what he's doing this year. Another good trade, although it didn't really work out, but so just get yourself a Devils jersey. He was dipsy doing last night. Subban's a hell of a player. He's a hell of a person. You know, still donating millions to Montreal charities and the hospitals and stuff. He's a hell of a person. He's a hell of a player. Just follow him with jersey. The trade heard round world when Taylor Hall went straight up for Adam Larson. That was Taylor Hall's kind of weird to me. Like, why only sign a 1-year deal? I know you're making $8 million on the deal, but come on, give Buffalo 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it was real bad. I'm talking about a fleecing. So was the Philip Forsberg trade. Nashville fleeced. It's slipping my mind. You remember the Forsberg trade? Come on. Let's use the machine. Oh yes, Martin Erat and Michael Latta for Philip Forsberg from the Washington Capitals. From the Washington Capitals to the Nashville Predators. That was quite a trade. Quite a trade. Look at Forsberg now. He's I love Philip. Such a phenomenal player. Such a great player. What else you got under your sleeve? You know a few trades. What's a maybe not so much a surprise, or maybe a surprise, or something impactful that really stands out to you? Maybe what's something you wish didn't happen as a Canadians fan? I mean, getting Nick Suzuki is a hell of an impactful trade, if you ask me. Even if Pac-Man had a hat trick last night. Yeah, when he comes back healthy, whoo, Tyler Seguin, did they rape Boston or what? I think that was a fleecing. I don't care what Boston got in that deal. None of it panned out. Seguin on Dallas is going to be trouble for that division for a long time to come. I just hope he gets back healthy. I look forward to his return. Of course, 100%. Can you imagine them with him the last number of years? They'd be absolutely scary. Absolutely scary. They definitely should have kept him. So how else you been, man? Work's busy, apartment hunting. You got a good time ahead of you, man. Apartment hunting's always fun. I love it. I miss it. I bought a house a few years ago. I think I'd much rather rent an apartment at this point. Houses are so much trouble. I'll get to that later, man. Don't steal my thunder. You're not allowed to talk about any more trades. I'll get on that. That's it's funny how it worked out. It's funny how it worked out. But let's leave that for the end. We'll leave that for the end. That's my little hint to you. We're gonna leave that deal to the end. It's funny how that deal worked out. That they did. I don't know if you heard my wife yelling upstairs. Yelling at the dogs. Yelling at the dogs. I got my top five ready to go. I had a friend of mine. I want to wait for him to jump in. He's got five ready to go too. I think he's just putting his kids to bed. The Patrick Roy trade goes on to win two more cups with Colorado. And boy, did the Avalanche look good last night. Woohoo, daddy. The Golden Knights said never say die last night. Max Pacioretty with the Hattie. It's always nice when someone gets a trick. I think that's 5 on the year right now. Suter, have yourself a night, Max Pacioretty. Connor McDavid. Travis Konechny. Oh, I'm missing one. Oh, I'm missing one. Crap, I'm missing one. There's one more Hattie on the year. I'm missing one, Zach. Who am I missing for the Hattie this year? I remember who it is now. There you go. There you go. Tyler Toffoli. Talofi? Are you guys calling him something different in Montreal, or is that just a typo, buddy? Tyler Toffoli. You know, he was one of my favorite players on the Kings. I loved watching him play. Such a little stud. Yeah, I'm just breaking your chops, buddy. No worries, man. I'm just being a pain in the ass. Oh, I hope Andy can get here soon. I really want to dish these out, man. What's the biggest surprise to you on Montreal this year, Zach? What's your biggest surprise early on this year out of the Montreal Canadiens? And you're not allowed to say Romanov. I'm giving you stipulations. Yeah, is he a surprise? I mean, the guy was a number one. Is he a worthy surprise? Everybody else's expectations are on par with what you had figured them to be? Is that why it's Jake Allen? Mine is that Weber's healthy. No, I'm just kidding, man. I actually thought that Jake Allen was a phenomenal move by Bergevin. A phenomenal move. They got themselves a sick tandem. What is there? 3, maybe 4 teams in the league? So you got Price and Allen. You got Leonard and Fleury. You got Rask and Halak. I'm trying to, what other tandems are really like standout dynamite? I'll be a little bit of a homer. I think Hart and Elliott in Philly is up there. What else we got? Trying around the league. What other tandems do we have that are scary? Like the 3. There's the 3. Boston, Montreal, and Vegas. The 3. Jake Allen was a steal, man. That was a great signing. Great move from Montreal. Hats off to them for that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. At this point early on, absolutely. Carey Price is starting to come back into reality of the world of Carey Price. Jake Allen's a phenomenal backup. It's all systems go in Montreal. It's a good story, man. A lot of youth, a lot of misfits. It's a good thing. It's a good time to be a Habs fan. Paul Byron, Philip Deneau, Nick Suzuki. That Edmondson deal is working out. Some good leadership amongst the youngsters with Galley, Weber, Edmondson. It's good. It's a really nice balance of a squad. All right, so what I'm going to give you right now, I'm going to give you we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top 5 most impactful trades of the decade in the National Hockey League. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is a common denominator to all of the ones that I picked. You'll obviously be able to tell what that common denominator is as I give out these deals. I just wrote down in numerical order, in chronological order, what I felt was 5 through 1. You may have stolen my thunder a little bit, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. The fifth most impactful trade of the decade, in my opinion, was TJ Oshie to the Washington Capitals. Oshie went to the Capitals for Troy Brouwer, Phoenix Copley, and a third-round pick in 2016. I don't think that pick ever sniffed NHL ice, to be honest with you. I've noticed in a lot of these deals, the picks that were traded never really panned out to do much of anything, or they were minute. Their contribution was minute. So it's interesting to me how all these picks get dealt, and everybody thinks that that pick is going to be the next great thing, and it doesn't pan out. Or it gets reflipped. That's my other favorite thing. Let's get a pick to flip the pick. I mean, it works out well in my sim leagues. I've traded all my picks away, but I did win a championship, so I'm happy for that. Toot toot my own horn. So Oshie to Washington was big. I mean, it's not that he was the prime. He wasn't the catapult to their cup win, but when they acquired him, they went on to win the cup. So that was a big move. And at the time, Troy Brouwer was a phenomenal player. The other throw-ins meant nothing. The third-round pick was a solid number to obtain. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that was rude. Excuse me. But yeah, so Oshie to the Caps starts this list off at number 5. Number 5 was Oshie to Washington. I believe it was back in 2012. The Columbus Blue Jackets had a player by the name of Jeff Carter, ex-Flyer Jeff Carter, who was traded to Columbus for Jake, as we call him in Philly, Skoracek. I love me some Jake Voracek, man. He's such a phenomenal player. So Carter went to Columbus for Voracek. And then Columbus decided, hey, you know what? We want Jack Johnson. We want Jack Johnson. But we also want a first-round draft pick, who turned out to be Mark Dano. First-round pick. Must have been a wonderful draft back in 2013. But Jeff Carter went to the Kings in that deal. Reunited him with my old captain, Mike Richards, who I'm sure you remember fondly for that one play against Montreal in the playoffs where he dove. And Carey came out to meet him, and they slid, and they did this whole little thing, and he put the puck in the gaping net. So Jeff Carter to the Los Angeles Kings with Jack Johnson and a first-round draft pick who turned into Mark Dano is my number 4. It's my number 4 of 5 most impactful trades of the decade. Number 3, recently, Ryan O'Reilly got traded from the Buffalo Sabres. And in return, the Sabres got Tage Thompson, Patrick Berglund, Vlad Sobotka, and a 2019 first-round draft pick, Ryan Johnson. Jury's out. But guess what Ryan O'Reilly did? As the common denominator here, guess what Ryan O'Reilly did? O'Reilly went on to help St. Louis win the Cup. Indeed he did. So how can you not consider that impactful? It's an extremely impactful move. He went on to help St. Louis win a cup, and that's why it's my number 3 of 5. Number 2. Number 2 is the aforementioned Mike Richards. In 2012, the Kings were all in on doing all they could to try to win a cup. They had just acquired, well, they hadn't just acquired, they acquired Carter later on. But Mike Richards went to the Los Angeles Kings for Braden Shen, who I miss as a Flyer, Wayne Simmons, Go Leafs Go, and a couple draft picks that didn't pan out. I think one was traded to Dallas, and they drafted Drew Shore. Drew Shore. So that was that's my number 2 all time. And then Zach, you said it. The number 1 most impactful trade of the decade, in my opinion, was the Phil Kessel trade to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kessel, Tim Erickson, Tyler Biggs, 2016 second-round draft pick for Kasperi Kapanen, Scott Harrington, Nick Spelling, a 2016 first-round draft pick, which they later traded away, and a 2016 third-round draft pick, J.D. Greenway. Those are your top 5 most impactful trades of the decade. I am the Hockey Dude. I love talking hockey with you. I'll do all I can to be here nightly. Zach, I appreciate you jumping in for the little bit that you were here. I think it is Montreal's division for what it's worth. That's my opinion. Maybe it pans out. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for being here, for checking out the Hockey Dude. I'm going to put together another hopefully fun topic for tomorrow night. Hopefully I can get on tomorrow night. Maybe we'll go a little bit earlier so I don't interfere with any of the games, obviously. Got a pretty good schedule going into tomorrow night. But yeah, thanks for being here, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow night. Peace.
Yeah.